Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at Picture Perfect. So this particular game by Arcane Wonders and Corax Games. This happens to be a game I got at the UK, a trip over to Germany at Essen in 2022. And the total weight of this game is 1,387 grams. So in this game, I've actually first discovered this through the founder of Stronghold Games, and that is Stephen Bonacore, who happened to mention this game, and pretty much, I don't know about Game of the Year, but something that in terms of innovation and various other factors seemed to be very appealing and something I was very curious to try out myself. Now, this is a game where they do recommend using a phone. It doesn't have apps, I believe, but you definitely want to be taking photos. Quite tight shrink on here. So yes, it's a game for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus, takes about 45 minutes. This is of course an unboxing teaser trailer video. If you want to see how to set up, play and review, maybe a playthrough, of course check out these various playlists and they'll be on there. But when they do appear, you'll make sure to check them out. Please do go through to hitting the subscribe button, notification bell, also hit the share button and like. And lastly, via the comments in the description in YouTube, you can of course let me know your thoughts on this. That's the best place so everybody else can see the comments too. And finally, via the description, you can support the channel via Patreon. You can also head through to Instagram, over 2,400 posts. I'll definitely be doing this, actually do over 2,700 posts now. And aside from that, via Facebook, you can join the discussion, and there's further opportunities, such as opportunities for giveaways, and that is via Linktree. So keep checking back, they are time sensitive. So I do know there are multiple expansions, I think at least 3 now, and I did get some other games from Arcane Wonders, such as Dice Manor, which comes out in 2023. So I'll bring you this one first. But yeah, please make sure you check out that, because there will be daily videos. There have been for 5 years now. So yeah, lots of different characters going on here. It's kind of a murder mystery sort of setting, figuring out where characters are, where they want to be, and yeah, working to that effect. Now this is also going to go in the family weight playlist too. In fact, I'll be playing it with my family pretty much as soon as I've learnt this game, and that's because I want to make sure there's something that is going to be family and festive friendly for obviously the Christmas coming up. And this is the kind of game that I think has that great table presence, that kind of classic, obviously family feel based on looking at these characters too. So yeah, a nice thick character standees here looks like. It's very effective. Like I said, a great idea, and really look forward to actually spotting this and finding that it is available in Europe, because this is a game that, especially there's this kind of divide to a degree, whereby you hear things over in the States, and yes, if they don't get enough stock to obviously make it viable to bring to say the Europe, then that can be a factor too. So hopefully this will reach many other audiences as well. Like I said, lots of expansions, it's obviously doing really well. Lots of character standees. I think these are probably best stayed as their own there. A few other bits and pieces to go through. So yeah, various cardboard, secret shields to keep an eye on stuff there. Got the games rules, and this lovely sort of narrower book going on too. Very clear, and it's only a few pages long, and of course there's that photography guide as well. And we've got these various boards, so various things we can be popping out too, so that looks quite cool. And luckily these do seem to pop out quite clearly as well, quite easily. And there we go. And it says, something I was going to mention, which is the recycling day is tomorrow. So it's a good chance for me to catch that collection. I always make sure I double check any punch boards, because on a couple of occasions, a couple of things actually were needed. And sometimes it's like the outer thing which is actually needed, not the thing that you punch out. So I might well save these back just in case. Now, as per usual, I've somehow get issues with trying to open decks of cards. I don't know what kind of sleeves I might need for these, and I'll figure out what sizes they are. But I do have various sleeve companies that I've tried out, such as Mayday, so I'll see if they're going to fit, and of course what are the dimensions needed for that. But here we go. As I mentioned, you want to be next to certain people or be this person's guest. So yeah, very interesting concept. I'm kind of sparing you that kind of full overview for now. Quite thick cards, I'd say probably close to 400 GSM, at least sort of 350 I'd say. So I think in terms of playing with, let's say, new players, I think that's a good thing to be aware of. Here are those sleeves where you are going to be having your secret information about certain people popped into. Like I said, that's an overview. Let's quickly go through this briefly. So yes, here we go, the game components. We're straight into that. It doesn't give you the premise yet. But yeah, here are those shields. Here's the game set up, straight into that. But what is it? So the party's been a great success and the guests are enjoying themselves immensely. Now all that remains is to take a picture for everybody, or everyone, to remember it by. As a photographer, can you keep everybody happy for the photo? It might be impossible to please everyone, but if you can, then you might just end up with the perfect shot. In Picture Perfect, you'll play one of several photographers trying to take the perfect picture. You'll compete with your opponents to learn about the preferences of the party guests. Position them in your photo to make as many of them as happy as possible. The more guests you make happy, the more points you'll score at the end of the game. The person who scores the most points will win. So this manual has everything you need to get playing. Fantastic. And then we've got that photography guide as well. So there we go. Like I said, I like the idea of this concept of games. I have had lots of people interested in me actually doing a teach on this and demo. Lots of people who had seen this and go, oh yeah, I've seen you've got that game. I want you to obviously let me know when you can have a chance to, do that teach. So yeah, we do have the interest there. No baggie for these. I don't know if they are going to slide around. I'll keep an eye on that as I do transport the game, and whether or not I might well need to put a baggie in there. But when I do have a set of player review, I will let you know, of course, in case you think you're missing a baggie or something like that. Yeah, nice components, and another token going there, a few cubes. So yeah, pretty cool. So I'm very glad to finally get this open. This is Picture Perfect. Any other question, like I said, YouTube is best. But for now, back to the table.